I just want to ensure I don't get copyrighted. It took a while to load. Ah, damn. But anyway, yo, what's good, chat? How y'all feeling today? I'm feeling blessed. Back with more of me playing The Walking Dead Season 1. Y'all think I'm gonna beat this? Shit, I Should Speed can play for hours. Well, I'm not gonna do that. No. I wish, but if I had my own place, I would. I'll play on the PC. It'd be cool. But anyway, chat. Something I want to announce. Before I mention the shit I typically chat about. So you know how I mentioned. Well, actually, I'm gonna mention the shit I typically chat about because y'all would be confused, like, what my man mentioning. Anyway, without further ado, let's get straight to the shit once for all. Anyway. As I specifically mentioned about all the political shit, all the business shit, pretty much all the businesses me and Farhan Azar are gonna run as CEOs and chairmen. And the only business to be a business president of that me and Farhan are gonna run is Naughty Dog. That'd be cool. Imagine Uncharted 5. You already know the deal. It's gonna occur. No, it's gonna be like the non-ending sequels of Uncharted. Like, it's never gonna end. It's always gonna be a thing. There's gonna be Uncharted 5, Uncharted 6, Uncharted 7, Uncharted 8, Uncharted 9, Uncharted X, Uncharted 11, Uncharted 12, Uncharted 13, etc. Uncharted X or Uncharted 10, but X is a Roman numeral specifically for the number 10. Anyway, as I specifically mentioned about Elon Musk, Tim Sweeney, Tim Cook, Bill Gates, and Mark Zuckerberg, as I specifically mentioned about Donald Trump, Barack Obama, Joe Biden, Hillary Clinton, and Kamala Harris. As I specifically mentioned about me being a WWE wrestler and just overall about WWE. I got multiple things to announce. Just, you'll see. As I specifically mentioned about myself being an astronaut and just overall about it. Just like the missions. Bro, I did research on Uranus and Neptune, and it's constantly mentioning it's unlikely for those years. So I feel like next century is going to be for Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, and other star systems. For now, I'm just going to consider a mission towards Luna, Mars, Jupiter. Well, no, not Jupiter itself. Well, pretty much Jupiter, but like its moons. Jupiter moons and Saturn moons. The main moons is possibly Callisto and excuse me, chat. I feel like there's Callisto, Io, Europa, and there's Europa, Callisto. Oh, Ganymede. Bro, that's a cool moon. I feel like I'm going to explore that. I feel like that's the only moon that has a magnetic field. Whoa. Actually, it's a planet, but it's the only dwarf planet with a magnetic field. Pluto doesn't have one. If you were to head towards Pluto, I feel like it doesn't have an atmosphere. People were like, but when it's a bit near the sun, like not actually next to it, but in terms of like its orbit where it's at, which it takes a very long while for it to orbit. Bro, it's the only planet that's going to complete its orbit like the next century. So each century is when it completes its orbit. Either 100 years or just each century, depending on how many years it takes for it to complete its orbit. Or it could be 100 years. I gotta calculate that. It's gonna be March something of 2100 something. So like next century pretty much. Yeah, that'd be wild, chat. Just imagine I bet it rotates very slow and orbits very slow because of how far away it is. But Pluto would be cool to explore. It's much smaller compared to the other dwarf planets, which are referred to as moons, because a moon is a planet orbiting another planet bigger than its size. Bigger than the size of that planet that is currently a moon that orbits the sun simultaneously. Like, they both orbit the sun. For example, Luna. It's a moon. Or, excuse me, it's a planet, but it's a moon. Meaning it's a planet orbiting our planet, well, the one we're currently on, and a planet as well. Well, yeah, it's a moon. Like, it's orbiting ours while orbiting the sun simultaneously, because they're both orbiting the sun, our sun. Because Proxima Centauri or Alpha Centauri, they are suns, but they have a name, so people won't refer to it as Sun 1, Sun 2, all that. They want to be specific of which sun they're referring to. Because people are like, why do people call other star systems solar systems? And if someone were to question me that, I would mention, hey, that it's logical, scientific sense, you know. Anyway, excuse me. As I specifically mentioned about all my family members chat, and I'll explain why I typically mention the shit I typically chat about what's my dad's place when no one's around. Compared to when I'm at my mom's place, I mention it whenever. Which, when I'm at my dad's place, it's much cooler because I don't have to constantly mention it because my head hurts. But hey, I have to because people are gonna forget. Like, what am I chatting about? They think like I just all of a sudden wanted to bring it up, you know. Anyway, as I specifically mentioned about all the biblical shit, all the aging laws, all the like multiple meanings of the word minor, as I specifically mentioned about my ex-wife Amber, fuck her. She's never gonna be part of my life, never gonna be my friend. I didn't betray her, she betrayed me. Because typically if people cheat, they feel something in their heart to be with that person. But because they cheated, I'm gonna say, you can move on with your life because you made that mistake. And clearly my therapist mentioned that she didn't make that mistake. Oh no, she did. She did. That is a mistake. She thinks like, oh, the relationship didn't work. Well, if it didn't work, you talk it out. You don't just end it. That's still her mistake. But I'm with someone who has a heart, and she's 18. I want to go for someone younger, so don't judge. Anyway, as I specifically mentioned about, my ex Amber, fuck her. As I specifically mentioned about the one I have, because you remember how I mentioned before who I'm gonna get, like whether she has blonde hair, light brown hair, or Chaldean. Fuck all that. I have the one who has light brown hair, blue eyes, and a bit of freckles. Not like plenty, but a bit. Which I don't care if there's a bit, none, or plenty. I don't care. She's still my wife regardless. God of my Jesus Christ. As I specifically mentioned about my homie K&K, aka Craig. As I specifically mentioned about Tyler Whiteside. My homie Tyler Whiteside. As I specifically mentioned about my homie Dakota Bino. As I specifically mentioned about my friend Helen. As I specifically mentioned about my homie Farhan Azar and his twin brother John Azara. So like the Azara twins. Like they're my homies. As I specifically mentioned about my homie AZ. As I specifically mentioned about my homie Angel. Oh yeah, Angel is sick. I already mentioned that last live stream, or 2 live streams ago. So anyway, for AZ, I'm actually gonna grind with him on Fortnite tomorrow. He's gonna mention about church, mention the topic he studied at church. It's called Resonate. It's a very cool church. Want to consider heading towards there potentially, possibly bring my wife there. Which I do want to, because she is a Christian, a true Christian, because all my exes aren't. They like to be devil worshippers in their heart. I knew it, because what they're doing is still satanic. Regardless of them being a Christian and believing in God of my Jesus Christ. My wife Piper, her name is Piper. But the thing is, she's gonna take my last name, bro. That's gonna be wild. But yeah, she is my wifey. She is going to get pregnant next year. That's actually the announcement, but I'll get to that in quite a bit. I'll explain like why next year and why not this year. Why she's not going to give birth next year and just get pregnant this year. I'll explain why, and it's actually very reasonable. Anyway. As I specifically mentioned about my dad and I homie Agron. As I specifically mentioned about my dad and I lady friend Helen, which I met her to my dad. It's quite interesting. Like, it's not like they head towards here much, because they have work, they have a job, they have a life. Like my cousins, I don't have I do have older cousins, but I only witnessed them within special events, like family reunions. Family reunions. Just whenever I witnessed them. They have a job, they have a life, they take care of their parents, or They possibly have a spouse. Like one of my older cousins, he engaged, he proposed. Yes, it's a Chaldean, but that's just his preference and what he prefers. Don't be like, oh, because he's a Chaldean. No, no, that's not. What if some of my family is also Egyptian because they're Middle Eastern? Okay, what if my parents are like, why are they with someone that's a different ethnicity or culture of? What if they are overall a different ethnicity within the Middle Eastern dynasty or whatever? Okay, that's their life. My kids, I wouldn't care if there was a black and Asian. I wouldn't care. If it's black, I'd be like, congrats. Like, I want to see what's going through within their mind, and I would obviously know why. I don't care if there was an Asian or a black. Hey, bro, I know someone who is European married to a Filipino, and their child looks half Filipino and half European. Well, he's from America, but obviously American or America is not an ethnicity. That's just the region you're from, or it means you are a free citizen without being under dictatorship or manipulative political power of that government. Because the government can't tell you what to do. God Almighty Jesus Christ does, but through free will and righteousness. Anyway, as I specifically mentioned about my dad's cousin, Alan, not AZ, but his cousin, Alan, which is my uncle. He's my uncle. I have not witnessed him since early January before, not before, but like while the playoffs were going, was in the NFL. Uh, as I specifically mentioned about the Karshana family, Hussein, Nadas Nelsons, haven't had a chance to mention about them. Who else? Oh, Jay from Cub Scouts, shout goes to you, my boy. As I specifically mentioned about I Shall Speed and Mr. Beast, as I specifically mentioned about my minor sickness, so like nasal congestion, the mucus. Pretty much the nasal congestion is the minor sickness. It's very rare, the nasal congestion, which the causation of that is my mucus buildup, as I specifically mentioned about all that shit. The causation of my acid reflux and vomiting. Yeah, vomiting. The causation of that is my Crohn's disease, as I specifically mentioned about all about that shit. So yeah, as I specifically mentioned about my therapist, uh, yeah, as I specifically mentioned about all that shit, within what's my recent license chat. As I specifically mentioned about all that shit, let us, as I'm gonna specifically mention about all that shit, or as I'm gonna specifically mention, as I'm gonna continue chatting about all that shit, let us, as I specifically mentioned about all that shit, let us, like what's in this current license chat, like within this current license chat, and what I could possibly mention about all that shit again as well with my future license, obviously chat, let us, anyway. For episode 4, I'm looking forward. Episode 5, I'm looking forward. And 400 days, I am looking forward. Or should I just play season 2? I'm possibly gonna play 400 days because it mentioned that it can define like the choices you made and determine your choices. Not define, determine. And in chat, I'm gonna be AFK for quite a bit, so be sure to skip the part where I'm not necessarily AFK, and then I'm gonna make some announcements. Some great, lovely announcements. Anyway. I'm back, anyway. Alrighty, so yeah. Some of the announcements I want to consider making. So yeah, I mentioned me and my wife wants to consider having a child next year. Why is that? Y'all gonna be questioning, but didn't you want to plan on having your ex get pregnant? Well, when I was with her, you're gonna be like, but didn't you plan on wanting to get her pregnant this year, and then she gives birth next year? That was the plan because we were gonna keep it a secret. But it is my decision, well, her and I decision to decide when she could get pregnant. But the thing is, her mom mentioned that once she's either 18 or 19, and because she's 18, she is currently a senior and currently in high school. So her mom mentioned to her, because her mom doesn't even know her and I are together, because her and I are going to keep it low-key in terms of the relationship. But her mom mentioned to her, just overall, if she's with anybody, but because she's with me, it's the same deal. So her mom mentioned, wait until you're 18 or 19 and beyond that age. And because she is currently 18, I'm going to wait until next year. And then, because she's 18, so she's younger. So it's different compared to my 3 exes. Fuck them, though. I'm only friend with one, but she ain't gonna break up with the guy she's with, and the one I'm with is the opposite. The guy cheated on her. He's a pedophile. She mentioned to me that he is with a few little girls, and I'm like, yeah, he cheated on you just to be with little girls, with minors that are very younger. It's disgusting. It's disgusting, chat. I'm going to be honest. It's disgusting of him to cheat for that. I mean, if he's with some adult woman that he didn't mention about or whatever, regardless, it's still disgusting to be with little girls while with an adult woman. Leave them all. Be friends with those little girls, but don't be with them. That's disgusting and illegal of him. Anyway, it is my concern, but not the main topic of what I'm going to chat about with my live stream. Just overall, let us, Anyway, so yeah, because she's younger and she is in high school, but she is 18, don't worry. Yes, Michigan has a Romeo and Juliet law, but she is 18, that's for sure. Anyway, so next year, while she is still 18, her birthday is actually on December 12th. So I'm going to be honest, okay, she is 17, but because Michigan has a Romeo and Juliet law and her and I are close in age, it's all good. But regardless, she is still in high school and she is a senior, so she'll graduate next year. Okay, so actually she's gonna be a senior. She mentioned that she's a junior, and so she is gonna graduate next year, though. So by the time she graduates, she'll give birth on exactly the year 2028. So 2 more years is when I'll officially have a biological kid. Would her and I adopt? Yes, but I have to be a single dad for now because she is not legally an adult. But she acts like an adult mentally. She's gonna be legally an adult. So don't mention in the chat, why did you mention that she's 18 at first and then you mentioned that she's 17? Because, hey, honesty is the best policy, but hey, Romeo and Juliet law, Michigan. Me and her are from Michigan, so we're Gucci. Anyway, besides that point, despite that, she is a gamer. One of the preference I want in a woman is I want her to be a gamer. I'm not going to force her if she's not, or just any woman if they're not, but she is the one. She doesn't play the games I play. She plays some of the games I play. So would she play The Walking Dead and all that? I'm going to question her. I'm going to say, would you play The Walking Dead? Would you be willing to play that? It's just yeah. Not just because of me, but because she's a righteous woman. Because God Almighty Jesus Christ mentioned that these are games to explore. He wouldn't force you. He wouldn't hurt you mentally and physically. But he's willing to make you like him, but through me, that's through Satan. Pretty much through God Almighty Jesus Christ, not through Satan, And she wants to be a WWE wrestler, and I'm like, wow, did I actually look for someone who wants to do what I want to do? Yeah, she's not muscular, but she's a woman, so a woman to fight a woman is different for a woman to fight a man. So I'm like, okay, that's good, because because if you ask a woman to be a wrestler, it's quite different because typically guys are into all the games that you would play and all that. Like Angel, for example, he's into all the games I play, and I'm like, is it just masculine because guys originally start overall playing video games? Well, I want a bit of a feminine, like, I want my girl not to be WWE wrestlers. And then people are going to be like, but what about your kids? How are they gonna, be able to survive and all that? Alright, chat. She doesn't want to be an astronaut. She doesn't want to be a president. I mean, I have to ask her. I haven't questioned her that. If she wants to, I mean, that'd be cool. But she doesn't want to. I mean, okay, actually, I don't want her to be a president because I want her to have an easy life. I have an easy life, but, okay, not because she's a woman. I mean, if she wants to, hey, I'm not going to stop her. If she does, I'll say, hey, that's perfect. Like, that's great, you know. But an astronaut, possibly I want her to remain with with our kids, you know. If my other kids wants to be astronaut, great. I'm not gonna stop them. If she wants to, then possibly, hey, thank goodness people have grandparents, you know. Your kids can remain with your grandparents, or your uncle or aunt, if they're available, or your cousins that are older and of age. I mean, they're adults. They're willing to watch you, or whoever. That's great. Or hire a babysitter. But what's the point of wasting money if you have family members that can just do it for free? They can watch them for free, you know. Another announcement. Yes, I am adopting kids, but the age is gonna be a bit different. I mentioned I was gonna adopt this year, so. But those are the ones I'm gonna keep a secret. The ones that I'm not gonna keep a secret, I'm gonna make it where I'm 26 adopting. So it's gonna be a bit different. It's gonna be quite a bit different. Anyway, chat though, without further ado, let's get started. Shit once for anyway. It's gonna be quite a bit different. Oh my gosh, thank goodness my mic was not muted. If it was, I'll be so pissed. But yeah, last live stream, I'm pretty sure I mentioned about how Lee made one mistake, but regardless, it doesn't determine Kenny being a dick. It determines Lily. Well, fuck her. I overall hated her. Even IShowSpeed was excited that Lily may return in you know what season. I'm not gonna mention it for those who get offended by spoilers, for those who need to hear. And I'm like, bro, I mean, yeah, it was his first time playing, but damn, did you have to for real, hold on, I'm gonna pause it real quick. Like, did you have to for real, accept her and all that? I would possibly be a dick to her. Or, well, no, she's over gonna be a dick. If you're a dick to her, she knows that Clementine knows because the way Lee raised her. Which Lee is a father. He adopted her without signing any forms because of the zombie apocalypse. Another thing I mentioned, how IShowSpeed played The Walking Dead season 1, or just Telltale The Walking Dead overall, all 4 seasons. Not Michonne, though. Just the 4th season, you know. I mentioned how, regardless of the mistake Lee made, it doesn't determine Kenny's dick trust meter, because he could be a dick, or he can't. Just typically depends on whether Lee sided with him or not, you know. But I sided with him, despite Lee not siding with Kenny in terms of, like, choosing Sean over Duck, which obviously I would choose Duck over Sean because Herschel's a dick. No offense, Sean, but, hey, gotta save the kid, you know? Gotta save that little boy. Damn, it's actually the next day. $12:11. Shouldn't it overall be spring forward? Possibly like later today. I feel like there's a specific time. Ooh, yeah, I should stay up very long. I want to see what that's like. Because you know when you wake up, you're like, shit, I missed it. Well, obviously I know, but I want to witness it, you know? Like, don't you know? Anyway. Bro, it'd be cool to stay up, like, very long. Like, I never get tired. That'd be cool. I feel like I should have that ability. IShowSpeed doesn't have that ability, but he manages. He had plenty of dopamine. Keeps him very happy, joyful. He doesn't have to worry about sleeping. That's cool. I have plenty of dopamine in my mind regardless of how I'm feeling, you know? Like, don't you know? Anyway. Like, infinite dopamine. without relying on drugs. People rely on drugs for dopamine at certain times, like weed or cocaine. Well, cocaine is illegal. Any kids watching, yeah, don't search it up if you know what I mean. Adults, you know what I mean. That's all I'm gonna mention. You know what I mean. That's illegal, and but it does release dopamine. Like you have to rely on it. I rely on dopamine from God Almighty Jesus Christ. That's how I get my dopamine. The sun, for example, is an example of dopamine. The seasonal change, like spring. Oh my gosh, spring is my favorite. And summer, I mean, I don't like the heat. Fuck the heat, but I like it because it's like eternal spring despite the heat. Fuck the heat. But hey, I mean, that's just how the fallen world is. Somehow it's gotta balance the temperature because of what Satan caused. And God Almighty Jesus Christ have to let it remain for now, for thousands of years until the end time occurs, Let us anyway. Until the rapture and the great tribulation occurs, Let us anyway. Anyway. Another thing I was going to mention last live stream is, The Last of Us, you know how the zombies turn in The Last of Us? Or, people, not zombies turn, you know how people turn, but while still alive? To be a zombie, you either have to get bit in The Walking Dead or Telltale The Walking Dead. You either have to get bit, or you just have to die. You have to rest in peace, and then your body starts to die, but slowly dies, because you're going to become a zombie. And if you don't shoot the head, meaning the virus wouldn't interfere or impact the mind. So, that would possibly be like real life. All individuals would have the virus and start to turn. I wonder what that would be like. Would I want the zombie apocalypse to occur? Well, here, my point of view, some people are going to say no because they don't want the world to be messed up. They don't want to lose plenty of the individuals and the population dropped. But some people are like, yeah, because they want a peaceful moment. No school. People are roaming as zombies in schools, and the school has to be closed down or shut down. Government ends. I mean, as you can know, people become dictators because they think that's how people become leaders in the zombie apocalypse. Look like Carver in season 2. I'm like, so that's like our president, and then we have another president. So we have a male president, Carver, and then Joan in season 3 takes over, and then season 4 it's Marlon, who is inexperienced leader. You'll see why he's an inexperienced leader. Which I'm playing season 4 at my mom's place. I feel like I'm gonna play season 4, and people are gonna be like, well, if you're playing season 4, then why are you playing season 1? And I'm like, because might as well, By the time I complete season 4, I can just redo it, but with a different save file and all that shit. And just all different choices and shit, Let us anyway. I'm gonna make the most perfect and greatest choices from season 1 to season 4, Let us anyway. That's why I replay games as well, but specifically for the new viewers. And for those who were here before, pretty much they're like, I wanna witness some actions. Like those who recently survived, or not survived, subscribed, or those who just want to witness actions. Because now AZ, he was pissed before. He's like, why are you replaying the game again? I've witnessed you played it before. And I'm like, bro, I can replay games. Because Joker, he's younger than me, and I can give better advices than that. No offense, Joker, if you're watching. Like Fortnite. Sometimes I don't shoot because my eyes are messed up. Like, when it's far away, I'm like, where am I shooting at, And I just want to be honest about that. Building, I do build. I do remember just over, let us, in terms of, building and shit. Let us, What, okay. I'm back, let us anyway. But yeah, overall, you just see my eyes are messed up. And another thing, YouTube advice. He mentioned don't repeat the shit, videos and all that. Okay, if it's uploads, yeah, people can, they actually could repeat them if they have a reason. For example, if I play The Walking Dead on PlayStation and upload all the PlayStation versions, might as well upload the PCs because you want to see how I play on PC. I mean, iFill Speed. He streamed all of them. He didn't have to upload them. We'll see if he's gonna. I mean, what if he did? What if he made it like a gameplay or whatever? But people still watch him, so there's really. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, even when I question people, they don't answer my question. But what if Google? I mean, Google is right. If I question Google, it's gonna be right. But I want to hear your side, chat. I want to see, for example, what if someone's like, "Don't listen to what other people mention. It can impact your mental health. If you listen to your gut, through God of my Jesus Christ, and you know exactly what you're doing, there's no need. Especially how I have more life experience, chat. I do. I mean, relationship, I do. I never cheat. I mean, I was forced to when I was like younger, like 19, like that's, you know. And I'm like what, 29? Or excuse me. I wish I was. Excuse me. I'm 20. I'm 21. That'd be cool. Imagine I mentioned I'm 29. Shit. When would I be? When would I be 29? Like 2034. Well, obviously because, you know, 2 years ago I was 19. So. But bro, chat. I found someone who is gonna be legally an adult. But hey, I get it. She would have less experience. But I mentioned to her, "Would you manage being pregnant?" She said, "Yeah." And I mentioned to myself, okay, does she really know the aspects of pregnancy? Because how does she know? She never got pregnant. She's a teenager. Okay, I'm gonna see. And look at the Karshana family. I mean, even Dino's wife got pregnant at 16. Am I gonna be pissed? I mean, low-key inexperience in parenting, because just because your brain's fully developed, mentally it got impacted before your brain was even fully developed. That's a truth. No wonder why some people are pedophiles in their 30s, because they're so addicted to it when they were younger, it impacted them. That's true. Oh shit. Speaking of the angel from the Lord, someone just called me. Yo, what's good? Not much, not much.
Okay, so I still cannot play on the PlayStation due to my grades, but
Yeah, I was gonna mention like I was mentioning like why are you like calling me all of a sudden?
yeah, you play Roblox, right?
I low key do. I usually play other games. Why that?
I can play on the computer though.
Oh, okay. Oh, just so you know, I don't have PS Plus, so if we are able to play GT in the future, once you're able to use PlayStation, we're not gonna be able to. We would either play Fortnite or Roblox if you have it on PlayStation.
Wait, so you don't have PlayStation Plus right now?
No, it expired. I'm pretty sure last week.
Do you have your phone?
Do I what?
Your phone? Do you have Roblox on your phone?
Yeah, but it's not able to update on my phone.
You have a computer?
No, unfortunately.
And you cannot play Roblox on the PlayStation?
I could, but I'm currently streaming at the moment, like a different game.
How long does spring gonna last? Because I have to go to bed at 12 o'clock.
Uh, I'll be sure to let you know. Like I'll be sure to like text or like call you back or whenever.
Don't forget.
I won't.
I'll be playing some TV or the TSB.
Alright. Alright, bro. Well, yeah, I'll catch you later then. Alright, bro.
See ya.
See ya. That was RJ, my boy. I was like, damn, he called me. Shit, hold on, let me go back to where I left off. I gotta see what I mentioned. That was RJ. I was forced to when I was like younger, or pedophiles in their 30s, because they're so addicted to it when they were younger, it impacted them. That's true. Oh shit. Speaking of the angel from the Lord. Oh yeah, anyway, as I was mentioning about brain development. Yeah, anyway. So she's more or less experienced, but I'm more experienced. I'm 21. Teenagers giving you advices. Even AZ, when he gave me advices, I mean, who knows what led to the advices not being so accurate? Because sometimes you would like mention you should upload. That's how you get more viewers and all that. And I'm like, okay, look at ISO speed. Does he like upload a lot? Yeah, but they're not game related. Majority of the times, I would say. I mean, sometimes they would be, but bro, he was streaming The Walking Dead. He never uploaded it. I mean, I can mention the Jay from the Cub Scouts. Would you stream it and people would be pissed at you because you've uploaded it and there's no reason to stream it? Me personally, hey, look at me. I uploaded it on YouTube before, but I'm going to re-upload it, meaning it's going to be greater. The edit's great. It's perfect. Just so you know. So, I'm possibly going to wait until I connect my PlayStation to my PC so I can record it from there instead of using Share Factory, and I can use Adobe to edit or hire someone to edit it. Well, okay, if you hire an editor, would they question you how they want the edit to be? Like, do you have to watch them? I'm pretty sure, because why would you leave them? Why would you unsupervise them and they do all the edit and you're like, what kind of edit is this? I never mentioned that, you know? Then they had to restart it. But the great thing is, if they made a mistake, if they did specifically, you can pretty much just redo it. Like, you go back to you go to like your save file or whatever of whatever videos you recorded and it's saved to your Adobe, then they can re-edit it. Re-add the thumbnail that you wanted or needed, but wanted, you know, like this, you know? So yeah, I could hire one, but then do it with them. Like, I can give them like this is what I want you to write and all that. But I gotta, but like, for example, if it's like those, like words, like, you know how people would mention like words, like when they're like, editing, it would, what's it called, oh yeah, like if, yeah, you know how people when they edit and they like add like tabs or like text or whatever? Like, for example, oh, I was thinking of that game, you know, instead of you actually mentioning it so you don't like interrupt like your recording, you know, chat. Like, pretty much you can mention to the editor you hired, like game editor, vlog editor, or whatever. Say, hey, this is what I want you to add, you know? And me personally, I'll be like a long form video. So if Hussein like reacts to my videos, he'd be like, that's the type of guy I would like to collab with because he likes to have long form videos. He's very specific. He's similar like me. He gives some psychological details because, you know, Hussein's a psychologist. I want to potentially be one, you know? Better than my therapist. Better than my therapist, shit. For real, for real. But yeah, no, zombie apocalypse though, yeah, it'd be interesting. Who knows how that would be like in real life. But yeah, I was gonna give my like views on it. I would want one because I want to see what it's like, but at the same time, would there really be an end to it? I mean, if there's less zombies, then you know for sure that there's gonna be a cure. But would that virus remain is the question. Like, if the virus is destroyed, that means it would like. But then that's low-key like the world just ended pretty much. So here and there, I'm like half and half. Like half of the time I do because certain things, you know, but half of the time I'm like, that can like lead to like an end world scenario, even though the world would never actually end. Unless that would occur before the world ends, who knows? We'll see. We'll see. It could possibly occur way before, like, thousands of years later until the world ends. I don't see, Okay, what was I gonna mention before the brain development shit? I feel like I saw a chat, but I wanna. Like. Shit, hold on, let me go back up.
Don't forget.
Yeah, see, I will never forget.
Sure.
His voice got a bit deeper too, you can notice. Hey, this puberty chat. His voice got a. What was I gonna mention before the brain? Hi, chat, back to the Linux channel, and.
I cannot play on the PlayStation.
Okay. I mean, ISO speed. He's seeing all of them. He didn't have to upload them. We'll see if he's got it. I mean, what if he did? What if he made it like a gameplay or whatever? Or I can just redo it, but with a different save file and all that shit. And just all different. Just down to the Walking Dead overall, all 4 seasons. Not gonna show them though. Just the 4 seasons, Like, don't you know? I meant he made. It doesn't determine Ken. Little boy. Damn, it's actually the next day. You're lying. I mean, from God, I do. Early enough. Let us anyway. Another rapture and the Great Tribulation occurs, Let us anyway. Another thing I was gonna mention last live stream is, like, The Last of Us. You know how the zombies turn in The Last of Us? Or, like, people, not zombies turn, Being the virus wouldn't interfere or impact the mind. Want the zombie apocalypse to occur? Well, see, in my point of view, some people are going to say no because they don't want the world to be messed up. They don't want to lose plenty of the individuals and the population drop. But some people are like, yeah, because they want a peaceful moment. No school. People are roaming as zombies in school. I mean, I want school regardless, so. Close down and shut down. Government ends. I mean, as you can know, people become dictators because they think that's how people become leaders in the zombie apocalypse. Season 3 takes over, and then Season 4 is... And people are going to be like...
Oh, if you're playing Season 4, then, why are you playing,
all different choices and shit, I don't anyway. I'm going to make the most perfect ignorant choices from Season 1 to Season 4, Let us anyway. That's why I replay games as well, but specifically for the new view. He's younger than me, and I can give better advices than that. No offense, Joker, if you're watching. Like Fortnite. If they have a reason. Like, for example, if I play The Walking Dead on PlayStation and upload all the PlayStation versions, might as well upload the PC because you want to, like, a gameplay or whatever. But people still watch him, so... But I want to hear your side, chat. I want to see, for example, what if someone like, don't listen to what other people mentioned. It can impact your mental health. If you listen to your gut, so God my G-Spice, and you know exactly what you're doing, there's no need, especially how I have more life experience, chat. I do. I'm in a relationship, I do. I never cheat. I was forced to when I was, like, younger, like 19, like, that's, and I'm like, what, 29? Or excuse me, I wish I was. Excuse me, I'm 21. That'd be cool. Imagine I mentioned I'm 29. Shit, when would I be 29? Like, 324? Not someone who is gonna be legally an adult. But hey, I get it, she would have less experience. But I asked her, would you manage being pregnant? She said, yeah. And I mentioned to myself, okay, does she really know the aspects of pregnancy. Because how does she know? She never got pregnant. She's a teenager. Okay, I'm gonna see. And look at the Corchana family. I mean, even Dino's wife got pregnant at 16. Am I gonna be pissed? I mean, low-key inexperience in parenting, because just because your brain slowly developed, mentally, it got impacted before your brain was even fully developed. That's the truth. No wonder why some people are pedophiles in their 30s, because they're so addicted to it when they were younger, it impacted them. That's true. Oh, shit. Speaking of the angel from the Lord, someone just called me. Oh, I was thinking of that name, instead of you actually mentioned. Yeah, you know how people, when they edit and they, add, tabs? Anyway, though, I'm going to consider continuing. So, yeah, without further ado, let's get straight to shit once for all, anyway. But, yeah, see what I mean? Like me, I have full mental maturity, but my brain physically is not fully developed until 25. Or 30, because I did some research, and it's mentioning 25, or 30, or 35. Possibly 30. Or no, possibly 35, because why would they make that age at exactly 35 to be president? I'm pretty sure because back then, they didn't believe in myths, they just go according to the facts. But 25 is still a reasonable scientific fact, I can do my research on that, So. And let's continue. Put the volume down. Kenny is going to mention some things that, Yeah, Clementine, man.
You're back.
Very...
Ben found some stickers in a drawer, and I put them on my walkie.
She believes in some manipulative things.
Neat. I'll find you in a minute.
Like, she believes, the kidnapper is all innocent. But...
Looks like we got the kid on watch again.
What'd you get?
Might as well leave a sign out that says the men are gone. Come and rape our women and children.
Huh.
Yeah, Kenny, why are you mentioning that, bro?
So, what did you get?
Hold on, why is my... Y'all able to hear me? Okay, I was gonna mention, why is my stream loading? It better not occur again. You remember before? 2 weeks ago, I'm pretty sure it occurred? Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago. Well, 3 weeks ago. This will be my mom's week today. But I'm not heading to her house until Monday, so it's a bit different. So if you're watching, don't be typing quite long in a chat. You may possibly forget regardless, but Just know, just for today, of this week, just type a bit shorter, and then when I'm at my mom's place on Monday, whenever, then you can type, longer when I'm on the PS4, which I do not like, because when it comes to share play, either it's the internet or the PS4 itself. I'm possibly gonna have to blame the internet there. My mom's internet. I mean, shit. It's when it comes to, streaming, it wouldn't interfere, but when it comes to share play, it does. When I stream at my dad's place and do the share play, it's reasonable, so who knows. But sometimes for streaming it's not, but who knows. That's why I'm gonna get Xfinity cat. Xfinity Wi-Fi. But yeah, I just want to pause because of that. But yeah, Kenny, man, don't why is my man mentioning that, Kenny? Yeah, we got plenty of stuff.
A lot of stuff.
We're fine, by the way.
Nice work. This'll keep us going. If we carry on like this, we'll get through the winter here.
The winter? We'll freeze our asses off here.
Bro, we're in Georgia, not in a different state.
After what you did to my dad is so appealing.
Why
Billy.
wouldn't it be? I'll do what it takes to keep everyone safe.
Bro, the fuck
Already
up.
safe.
Take a look at the wall, Lily. That's not graffiti. Those are
Yeah, I'm gonna want you to
holes.
hear what they're
We
gonna
got
chat
enough arrow
about
shafts
before I
sticking out of
even
it to
choose
dry our laundry.
click on triangle.
And that's all beside the fact that Macon is busting at the seams with walkers.
We don't have walker problems.
We have to go eventually, Lily.
We don't have to do anything.
You didn't want to go because
Oh my
of your
gosh.
dad's health, but he's gone now.
Easy, Kenny.
Yo,
at it again, are we?
Lee, chill, man.
Can it,
Penny has a
Carly?
point.
Don't boss people around.
I'm sorry. Somebody needs to make executive decisions for the group, though. And I don't think you're capable anymore.
Everything can't come down to the same disagreement. Lily, Kenny's got some legit points here.
So
I agree.
being you two versus
Damn
me.
it. I'm not on anyone's side, Lily. These decisions affect
So he going with the
everyone.
flow. I
What
like
about the
that.
food situation?
I actually love that,
What
actually.
about protection? What about when this place falls? Somebody's got to be thinking
Damn,
about
they
this
wasted
shit.
all that food?
How has this not been working?
Or is he referring to, like, in the
We have
future?
everything we need.
Because of me, Lily.
That's BS, Kenny. And you know
What
it.
about medicine?
What about medicine?
We got all the protection we need.
And when 15 bandits hop over that wall in the middle of the night?
So circle the reasonable
Going
choice?
back over.
Everything that happens to us
Okay.
is another excuse.
Or
for
is it
all
just
this crap about
Kenny gonna be
leaving.
repeating that same shit?
All I
I'm not gonna go.
want
I'm not
is
gonna
the
backtrack.
peace
It's all
of
good.
not hearing it.
Do you know how we got
You're never
these
gonna have pizza,
supplies?
Lily. Like I
We
mentioned
got
last
lucky
live stream.
and let a girl get eaten out there.
What?
Some girl came screaming out of an alley.
But then
She
afterwards, I had to
dead
watch a movie that
hanging all
time.
over her.
I had to watch
She gave
War
us
Machine, my
enough
favorite
time to get
movie.
everything
Actually,
we
my
could
favorite
out of
movie. I
the
just watched the whole thing.
You just let her suffer like what?
She got what she needed.
God, what is happening?
Lee did not make a mistake.
You guys couldn't try to save her?
And plus, she was
Don't
dead
take that
anyway.
tone with him. It's the first smart thing he's done in a while.
She was dead anyway. It made the most sense in the moment.
Lee's right. We've been putting our lives on the line doing these runs into the city. You wouldn't believe the shit we see.
We all appreciate it, Ken.
You should be thanking Lee for
Oh,
not
Kacha,
shooting
chill.
that girl.
It's not so easy for him.
Look, Macon and its people aren't savable. It's not a town. It's full of walkers. And the people who were left are dying and wandering out onto the
Oh,
streets.
she's gonna throw a tantrum.
It's hell on earth. And it's coming. This way.
It's not going to be easier
See what
on
I mean?
the road.
How would you know?
What
She
I
thinks it's
know?
not simple.
I know you're not above murder. I know somebody has been stealing our supplies. That's right, stealing. And I know the list of people I can trust here gets smaller every day. Now everybody get out.
So you're just very hard on it because of that? My goodness. I mean, I get Ben, like, messed up, but, like, chill.
She'll get over it.
She's riling everybody up otherwise.
You understand, Ken.
She's right about one thing. None of this is getting any easier.
Oh, yeah. Bro, I remember when he's like, I'll sink you for once. Or he's like, I like you to sink me for once, if you don't side with him. Singleness, I don't have to deal with all that bitching, man. Kenny's my boy, you know, Lily. Shit, if it was my daughter named Lily, which, that's what I'm gonna name, the one I'm gonna hide and all that. I'll explain quite a bit. But yeah, she's gonna be way better than Lily. She's gonna prove that Lily character was in The Walking Dead Season 1 and Season 4, that she's better than that Lily in the game.
Things are coming to a head.
Compared to my real life Lily. I'm
I
saying,
think you did good today. And I find myself thinking that most days.
Thanks.
It's probably worth following up with Lily about what she was saying about missing supplies.
God damn, Carly.
With her wound
Shouldn't that
up the
black
way
meat?
she is, I don't want to see her paranoid.
No question.
And I'd like to talk when you've got a minute.
Hell yeah. Alright, I'm gonna speed up the process of this game. Yo, Carly. You and Lee went out tonight. Looks like me and my girl, potentially. When I get my license and a Cadillac. Alrighty, oh my gosh. Let's just chat with
Hey,
them.
you two. How you doing?
We're okay.
Just having a little spat.
Yeah, I was
We
good,
all
bro.
carry guns now, and
How
I
you
don't
feeling,
like
brother?
it.
It's the way it's gotta be.
I know, but I'm not getting used to it. I'm sorry. How are you, Lee?
You need to try harder with Lily. You guys gotta straighten this out.
I don't know how straight we can get it given all that's happened.
I'm doing great, feeling blessed.
So what then?
Time will come we'll have to do what's best for our families. And that's what we'll do.
Just another adult in the live, or how old are you exactly? Just quite curious. Which, I don't care if the individual is 7 plus or 18 plus, I don't care. 7 plus is just for the younger viewers to enjoy. 18 plus is just like you know what's up.
About the guns.
Don't
Oh,
you
same here.
start.
I'm 21 as well.
I just
Got another
wanted to
adult
say,
live,
Kat, it's
or in the live, excuse
probably
me.
good they make you uncomfortable.
Thank you, Lee.
They never make me uncomfortable.
There's no doubt about that.
Hacha, man, I feel like she was not raised right, because apparently she's acting so childish. Right on what? Right on towards what? Oh, that we're both the same age?
You guys, trust everyone here?
More or less. I obviously have my problems with Lily, but
Oh, I don't trust Lily regardless. Never trusted her.
We can't turn on each other any more than we have.
I'll talk to you later.
Hell yeah, man. We can both legally drink. Well, obviously I've been drinking. Just not at a bar at this age. Was an ID saying I am 21 plus. You know? Oh yeah, I'm quite curious, chat. Y'all saying GTA 6 can be 18 plus? I feel like it's gonna be. I feel like kids shouldn't play GTA. Cause they do not know what they're doing on GTA. They consider heists as like jobs and... Oh, same here. Well, last year, but that was like a low-key thing. But what I mean by same here, meaning like I'll get into that regardless. Wait, what do you mean by or when you refer to by like personally? Do you mean like when you were younger, or are you just saying like regardless of the age you're at? I mean, I don't recommend people start younger. Really, they don't really know what they're doing with it. I am gonna chat with Ben. I know. Did I mention something about not chatting with him? Just immediately. Might as well. I don't care.
Hey, Ben.
what's up, Lee?
You know what? I really don't care because I mentioned plenty of those choices
Talk
before.
to you later, Ben.
Bye.
Yeah, it feels great to have adults on live. I don't mind kids though joining. And chat, it's not because of certain things I change on YouTube. It's more of like who joins. And yeah, because I play M-rated games, so it will have to be rated M because of the violence, but they'll make it with kids in mind, like majority of gameplays. Hey, could you repeat parts of that chat? I read majority of it. You mentioned it have to be rated M and all that. Well, obviously it's gonna be rated M, man. Obviously, all GT games were M rated. But could you repeat parts of the chat where you were mentioning something about kids and how I mentioned that it shouldn't be recommended for kids? Unless I'm playing with viewers and they can allow that for whatever reasons, but personally, I feel like they shouldn't because I saw some parts in the trailer that went too deep compared to how what am I saying? Compared to how GT5 was.
Talk to Lily yet?
No, not yet.
I don't even want to talk with her. They'll make it with kids in mind, especially it's an adult game like Call of Duty. Well, all M-rated games are adult games. They just make exceptions for kids if like they have a kid in the game. Simply because they know kids will play it, they'll make it with that in mind. Okay, so was that just a rumor in the past where they would add age verification? Because when I asked Google, it mentioned the same thing. And bro, because we're adults, we have life experience. We know that Google does not lie. Only younger people say that.
I wanted to say was, I've been thinking a lot.
And we're both 21, so. And you seem like a guy who has intelligence like me.
I think about you, too.
But I'm more smarter.
Our
Not bragging it selfishly, because why would I?
Small.
What? What are you referring to, Lee?
You're a convicted killer.
Carly, Jesus.
And I think people should know. Not because
That just means that he was accused of being a murderer because he's black. Hey, I'm Middle Eastern. People would accuse me of being a terrorist if they wanted to, but they didn't, so.
People need to know because we're hanging by a thread here, and I can't see Lily talk about you without thinking it's the next thing she's going to say.
Oh, she's gonna mention
You
it.
don't have to tell.
Pretty much compared to the old games like GT4, where the story is overall dark, and you can execute people. Oh, yeah. I mean, I feel like I was a kid when I played it, but I didn't play much of it, trust me. Well, they should make it dark and add age verification. Hey, bro, could you make the chat shorter? Because PS5, unfortunately, when you type very long, it would have that ... in the end, meaning like you type very long or beyond what I'm reading. Because kids are gonna play what? Just add the part that I didn't read in my head or just out loud. I feel like that's what they did for GTA 5. You know how in the club, if you know what I mean, the shoe club. I'm not gonna mention it because what if kids are watching my stream? But you know how well, I can mention it. It wouldn't matter because they're not gonna really understand much because I talk about whatever. Yeah, like for GT 5, you know how in the club they only show the cherries or whatever, rather than making it like the old what? If you do type longer and you forget to type it shorter, just add the other part. That's what I can recommend too. Dan Houser left a script. For what, GT6? Is it the bald guy? Oh, Dan Houser, the one who created Care Perico. Well, they could have because they were really interested in adding age verification, which will be the first M-rated game to have an age-restricted mode. Like, I feel like for the Telltale season, like, I feel like The Walking Dead season 5, I feel like they should make it dark. Like, only adults can play it, but then if they want kids to play it, because they do have kids in the game and it's very fun and all that, but the voice act by adult, obviously, because if you're a minor, why would you be acting full-time? You have to do it half-time. Or not half-time, part-time. Then, you know. I feel like GT6 is going to be dark. I can witness the trailer how, you know, what Jason Lucia did in, you know what I mean? Remember in trailer 2 where Lucia was showing her peaches? Like, and she was on top of, like, Jason. You know what I mean? You remember? So that's what I was, like, mentioning. They should have added age verification. And some countries even have laws for it. It's not just their decision. Exactly. And I understand because you know how there's blood in GT 5, but the blood is very, like, less realistic. GT6 shouldn't be light. I feel like it should be dark. But if they want to make online lighter, like more kid friendly, but the story mode make it for adult only, then that'll be cool. But then if I stream, do I have to put 18 plus in the title? Like, for example, going to play GT6, it's officially out whatever output, and then output 18 plus viewers only instead of 7 plus viewers. And if you wonder why I put 7 plus, because they're not in the early childhood and they have a bit of understanding, but not compared to adults. It's just that I don't mind them watching, like, younger viewers, whether they're male or female. But for GT6, I would possibly have to stream online for kids, but adults. Because what if I get age restricted, you know? And if I put 18 plus, then YouTube will be like, okay, that's perfect, you know? And it's interesting how YouTube doesn't care if I put that in the live stream title. They're like, it's all good. Just depends on the game you're playing or what you show. But like The Walking Dead, it's a bit kid-friendly. Like Clementine, yeah, she's voice acted by an adult, but the character is depicted as a child, you know? But the thing is, she is too manipulative. Not manipulative like she's manipulating. YouTube would auto-recommend it to adults only for the most part. Okay, I agree with you. We're both adults and we both have an understanding of what we're doing. So I would put 18 plus then. Okay. Appreciate you for the recommendation. See, chat, adults know how to give advices more than younger people. He even knows how to give a bit better advices than AZ, no offense. He could give me YouTube advices if he wanted to. He can say, you can repeat, for example, he can say, you can actually re-upload The Walking Dead, but if you want to upload the PS4 or PS5 version and PC version, it's like you're letting individuals enjoy the experience, like what it's like, you know? Like, okay, I don't care if I upload a PlayStation version of The Walking Dead and the PC version, like, okay, it's my channel. Why would people give me advices as if they have control over it? And plus, adults, even though him and I are 21 and we both have full mental maturity, our brain physically is not fully developed until it's 25. Because you can notice how him and I, we have great understanding, you know? And he's 21, so, and I'm 21 as well, so.
Well, everyone, but think about who you trust and take the opportunity while you have it.
Anyway. But yeah, they should make season 5 dark. If they are willing to.
Probably right.
Rate it, you know.
Probably right. People might be pissed, and telling them might cause some trouble, but it will be a far cry from what'll happen if they don't hear it from you.
Yeah.
Like The Last of Us is dark. I never witnessed plenty of kids playing it. But there's no age restriction. People just avoided it if they were kids. I mean, I played it when I was younger, but some things I witnessed, I'm like, oh my gosh, what the heck?
I'll let people know. You're totally right.
Good. I think it's for the best.
Like, there's some things in this game's kids are not meant to witness. Like, what happened to Mark?
Don't call me small.
Okay. Like, even that, even kids wouldn't know what that means. Lee's not referring to her height.
Anything else you want to talk about?
So, yeah, typically the less kids that becomes fans in the beginning. In terms of what? Could you possibly elaborate that? I'm quite curious. Oh, like if there's less kids playing it, okay. You have any thoughts towards Lily?
You really think people are ready to hear about me?
It's not a matter of ready or not. There's never going to be a good time, but there are going to be a lot of bad ones. Right now doesn't seem like one of them. But everyone's different. Who knows how each person would take it, you know? Maybe it's worth thinking about who you want to tell.
Definitely not Clementine. I'm playing, I will. Yeah, I know. I'm the only person who doesn't like some things about Clementine. I don't like how she's very manipulated by the kidnapper. She thinks he's all innocent, and she's hiding things from Lee. Like, shit, if I was younger, I would just be all innocent and be like, yeah, it was the person that was in the walkie-talkie with. I shouldn't have lied. That's what I would have been like. Like, I would have been like Clementine. I would have mentioned exactly what she would have mentioned. But her specifically is what would mention that. Not me. She made that mistake. Not me, chat. She did. Clementine specifically. Like AJ. He didn't hide anything from Clementine. Like, I have to compare AJ to Clementine. Like, childhood. Like, when AJ's all grown up, he'll possibly mention the things he did when he was a kid. Possibly he would. I feel like Telltale should add that. Because they never added, like, in Season 2, like, Clem would have mentioned, oh, I was so manipulated by the kidnapper. Or, like, mentioning that to AJ, like, oh, didn't you know that Jane faked your death when you were a baby because Jane didn't like what Kenny did, and she wanted to prove to Clem that this is who Kenny really is, despite the broken PTSD that Kenny had or whatever. Like, they could have added that, but I feel like they didn't want to add that because it's like they don't want a character to be too dwelled within the past. So I understand why, but Clementine was a kid. That's why she got kidnapped, and then she apologized to Lee. So, like, she should apologize. I mean, really, it's messed up. Thank goodness that wasn't me, you know, when I was younger.
Safe here?
Show me a bath with a heated floor and a high-rise apartment.
So that walkie-talkie is not broken.
Malbec, and then I'll feel safe.
Like, even phones can break if you were to fall or whatever.
But we all know that could change at any second.
Yeah, it's a walkie-talkie, but how can it break that easily? Like, come on, Telltale, they know what they're doing.
You, have any thoughts about Lily?
I worry about her, that's about it.
Oh, I never worry about her. I feel like she needs to get her priorities straight.
I'm gonna look into this thing.
Good idea.
Yeah, some people think that Lily is a teenager. No, she's an adult. Just because she acts like that? I mean, yeah, she does act like a teenager, but really because she does not know what she's doing. She was raised like one. And what is she like, in her 30s? Late 20s? Oh boy. I'm just gonna mention Clementine. I get that she's a little girl, but like, it's not the end of the world if she finds out. I mean, when she's an adult. I mean, like I mentioned, that they're not gonna bring up all the things from the past of the game. I mean, they should, but at the same time, I mean, I don't blame Telltale if they don't. People will just remember what Clem did when she was younger, and Clem will possibly move on, or she didn't knew because she was too young to understand it, and she just made a mistake, you know? Her specifically, you know? Not me.
Hey,
her.
Clementine.
Sometimes specifically.
Haley.
Clem, I need to talk to you for a second.
Okie dokie.
I'm gonna mention the prison. I feel like if I mention killed, you know what? I'm gonna mention it.
Before I met you and before the plague, I killed somebody.
Oh, so that's what...
Yeah, that's it. It was a bad thing and there's no explaining it.
Why are you telling me?
Because I didn't want to keep it to myself anymore. Do you have any questions? You can
Yeah, she's too young to know that. To know, like, why Lee actually did it. But she did mention, so that's exactly what you were referring to in the drugstore, but she didn't really mean, or, excuse me, she didn't really understood what Lee meant by that. Like, oh, you know, that's why I did it. Yeah, he's bad, but, like, she didn't know, like, what Lee meant or what was the moral of the story. But once she grows up, she'll know, but she'll never mention it. Oh. Watch what Kenny didn't mention. It's gonna be so disgusting.
Hi, guys.
Hold on, AZ, he called me, but I even mentioned that I'll play Fortnite with him Sunday. I just changed my mind again. Oh yeah, that's why I hopped off, like, last night of, Saturday. Midnight Saturday. Midnight out Saturday, you know?
And I are wondering if you want to play some Fortnite, right, Eric? Yeah. What do you want to add to the call? Eric. Yeah? What do you want to add to, what do you want to tell Mike? What? Yeah, on Fortnite. Yeah, Mike, he asked you to get on Fortnite, so. Also, can you call us back when you're available? I know you're streaming right now. I'm watching The Walking Dead. I know you're streaming Walking Dead right now. But I'll try to leave a comment and see if you're available. Because you did mention that you have called later today, but I still haven't seen you. So, yeah, please let me know. Yeah.
Or I could play Fortnite possibly after this episode. So AZ's gonna have to wait then. Actually, same part, like, where, like, Lee occurred towards the train and then I ended. Same thing, like, I was my mom's place, you know? Yeah, might as well, because, like, hey, they want to play Fortnite, I don't want to change my mind again, and then they're like, oh, why are you changing your mind again, you know? Because Eric gets bored easily, AZ wants to play, and I promised him. But promises are meant to be broken. That doesn't mean, like, in a bad way, that just... Well, no, actually, they're not meant to be broken, but promises aren't meant to be forgotten. It still remains. Like, when him and I didn't used to roleplay constantly, and he went to, like, Rachel or whatever, which obviously it's BS, he didn't. But when he did before, whatever, you know. Anyway. Just overall, what's it called? He even knew, like, I would keep my promise, you know? Yeah, easy. You don't have to question it. Yeah, no, I'll just mention, like, overall. But, yeah, no, like, just overall, like, about the... I'm doing great if you bless. How about you? But, yeah, like, overall, like, that was before, like, he even knew I would keep my promise, so... No, it's all good, AZ. Just next time, text or whatever when I'm streaming storyline games. But it's all good because there's certain things like there's certain times where you could call or not call, so it's all good. Like in terms of what game I'm playing, so you're good, man. But yo, the one who's still here, the one who's 21, you still here or whatever? 'Cause I know the other person was here before that is 25 or whatever. No, AZ, I was just mentioning overall before, like, you remember how I mentioned I'm gonna promise to play Fortnite with you after... No, you didn't. I'm just saying, like, overall, you remember? We didn't do the roleplay much? I'm just, like, mentioning, like, as an example, and, like, how, I promised to play Fortnite with you, after a specific scene. No, easy. You're good. That was in the past. You know. That you don't have to dwell on that. I was just like giving an example of it. Alrighty.
Can I talk to you about something?
Sure. Is everything okay?
Oh, Michelle's Cacho? Okay. You know what? She's not gonna really... No, we can grind after this.
On my way to prison 3 months ago. You've always...
You know what? I'm just gonna end it after this. Give me a minute.
Looked at me with kind eyes. I wonder if you could still do that if you knew I was a convicted felon.
My goodness, for what? How much trouble can a teacher get into?
Well, plenty.
No, you're good. That's not why I hopped off. I just changed my mind.
It was for murder.
Why?
He was accused of it.
That's enough. Tell me what happened when you were locked in the fridge at the dairy.
No, you're good, AZ. That's not why I hopped off. I just hopped off because I wanted to watch the videos on YouTube and I changed my mind. I'm like, you know what, possibly I'll grind with them whenever. That's why I hopped off. So whenever it's my dad's weekend is Friday, I would prefer like Saturday weekend. Wow. Yo, Eric can hear what I'm mentioning, huh? He blessed I don't be talking about him. I'm playing. You never know, I could. In a good way, not in a bad way. I'm playing though, I'm playing.
I held Lily back, and Kenny made sure Larry didn't get up.
Well, or not Larry.
What did he do?
Wow. Wow.
He smashed his...
This guy is gay, AZ. Wow. You can call me AZ. I'm actually going to end this stream. Alright, chat.
Everything keeps changing.
I'm going to end right here. Actually, I'll just continue majority of it because I am going to be with some of my dad's place. Oh, AZ. Actually, before you call me, I'm actually going to be with some of my dad's place because I have a special event on Monday. Oh, is he subscribed to me? Damn, my muscles are huge as fuck. But, I'm gonna have snack while playing with AZ. Talk about whatever. That's cool. Shout goes to you, Eric. My boy. Just so you know, roleplay is on Tuesday. Oh, that's cool, that's cool. Yeah, roleplay is on Tuesday, Eric, if you're watching. If you are. What's it called? Right, AZ? Roleplay is on Tuesday? Because you were busy on Wednesday because of work-related? Which I obviously know the job because you mentioned to me about all the manager and shit. And chat, I'm gonna be watching the live event with either Eric or by myself. Possibly it was Eric. Possibly him and I are gonna watch it. Okay, roleplay Wednesday because I'm going. Yeah, exactly. So Tuesday we're gonna roleplay after my therapy session. Well, not immediately after, possibly like 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern or 11 o'clock. We'll see. Sometimes 10 o'clock, sometimes 11 o'clock. Yeah, that's correct. Unless you're saying that's correct because I mentioned it. Anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna end right here. If you want to see more of me playing The Walking Dead Season 1, like I mentioned, I'm still gonna be with my dad's place, AZ. You gotta still type shorter because just for today of this week specifically, I'm gonna be with my dad's place until Monday. I'll head to my mom's place after the special event. Because, yeah, you can definitely call me, but just give me a minute. I'm not gonna answer immediately, just, you know. But yeah, anyway, chat. Yeah, if you want to see more of me playing The Walking Dead Season 1, be sure to leave a comment down below. I was like, someone enter it. Take it easy, chat. I'm not gonna mention the shit I typically chat about. Next live stream, I'm just gonna chill and chat about whatever. You already know, Anyway. Monday, so you can type shorter with my live stream. Oh, AZ, you gotta type shorter, like I mentioned. I specifically mentioned it, just overall, you know. So until it's Monday, you can type as long as you want. If you don't forget, if you do, it's all good. Monday. This week specifically, it's gonna be Monday. Is when I'm gonna head there. And I'm gonna end there. Take these, cat. All right, AZ, you can be sure to call me before I end the stream. Anybody who's watching, I'll be sure to stream this like later today. Actually have breakfast, take a shower, and then just because I have a special event and because my grandpa is gonna pick me up and all that, it'd just be more simple instead of like him picking me up from my mom's place, which he could, but like I mentioned, Yeah, and I can chat about my wifey, chat about how her and I are gonna have kids next year. Yo, what is good, Jesse? Yeah, your time it is. How you feeling, brother? Hey, Jesse, be sure to join my next live stream. I actually am gonna end my stream. Oh, damn, my controller's about to die. Yeah, be sure to call me AZ. But yeah, her and I are gonna have kids next year. We're gonna adopt this year, but keep those a secret. But then the other one, when I'm 26, I would reveal it to my parents. Especially our other biological kids, I'll reveal it. The one that she's gonna give birth, when she gives birth on exactly year 2028, that's gonna be kept a secret from my parents. Just overall, let us because some cultures they think marriage is through a wedding. No, it's through God and Jesus Christ. Let us anyway. Just like Adam and Eve. All right, I'm actually gonna call you AZ. All right, don't mention anything in the chat. I'm gonna end it.